So it becomes clearer and clearer as time goes by. So there's much talk about the strategic partnership between the Grenadian government and Mount Sinai as it concerns the Teaching, Research, and Tourism Hospital. The sponsor of the project has said over and over, oh, we're in a strategic partnership with Mount Sinai. Well, let's give you a little background about this strategic partner, Mount Sinai. This very strategic partner actually went bankrupt in New York City and had to close down the 16th Street Beth Israel Mount Sinai Hospital. And the community, in a legal battle, begged and tried everything to keep them open. However, they were very pleased when the judges agreed with them that they can go ahead and close. And I understand how painful this was to the community. I know the place. I go there all the time. As a matter of fact, there's an organic food market that I go to on a Saturday in the 14th Street Union Square area. Beautiful Union Square market. So I would prefer to form strategic partnerships with people who are currently doing extremely well, especially if I need advice in the discipline I'm about to embark on.
The end of an era and a long legal battle between a community and one of New York City's biggest hospital systems.
Mount Sinai Beth Israel closing its doors for the last time this morning.
The hospital said it couldn't afford to stay open, and in the end, a state court agreed.
But what will this mean for people in the area, people who really need medical care?
So, as you can see, that mammoth of a hospital was closed due to low inpatient care and funding. So just imagine, this is a hospital that gets massive funding. There are people who leave their life savings for this hospital. There are tons of foundations that support this hospital, and yet still they couldn't stay open. Now they're trying to strategically partner with the Grenadian government to encourage them to build another mammoth of a hospital by Grenadian standards, obviously a mammoth, white elephant in Grenada. And you people are sitting there and thinking that's a great idea. So you're paying them $2.5 million every year for the next 5 years. And they're the strategic partner. Well, guess what? If you needed a strategic partner, why don't you partner with Dr. Taisha McDonald? I bet Dr. Taisha McDonald can tell you everything that is wrong with the hospital in Grenada. I bet she can tell you all the mistakes that are made. I bet she can tell you the way forward for a better hospital. I bet you she have excellent ideas to actually fix the problems in the hospital. These are people should be your strategic partners. How about some of my other peers? How about Dr. Jude Twine? Won't you strategically partner with him? And there's several other new doctors who I probably am not familiar with, who can actually form some strategic partnership with you, who are underground, who are doing the work every day and understand the system. But oh boy, we love external advice. If you needed strategic partners, why didn't you mobilize all these people that have worked in the system for 20, 30 years? Why didn't you have some sort of consulting group made up of people that worked in the general hospital for the last 20, 30 years? But instead, you prefer to pay an external organization that has a recent history of failure in New York City to partner with. And you keep touting, oh, the strategic partner of Mount Sinai. Listen, you're not fooling me. And I doubt that you're fooling Grenadians on this. And they need to demand more and more clarity, transparency, and accountability on this. It will be foolish for them to accept this gimmick. Now we know what this is about. This is not about a real legitimate hospital plan. This is a gimmick that will be used, and I've said this before, for the upcoming election. I understand the game, and don't think that most Grenadians don't understand the game either. If you're serious about healthcare in Grenada and helping out the health system, then come with a reasonable, practical, and economically viable setup, and then just maybe you might be taken seriously. One awesome thing that I remember, I think it was around COVID, but that time she was no longer your chief medical officer, and that's Dr. Colleen Radix. She said something that was very pertinent and actually resonates right now. And she said that we should never, ever wholesale adopt policies that work in other civilized nation or first world powers and think that they're going to work in our Caribbean circumstances. That is very good advice.